Right, well, good afternoon. This is AMG. I'm driving school on location, driving in the snow, seeing how that affects traffic as well as our own driving skills. Quite thankfully, there isn't a learner behind the wheel today during this. Even though it's not too heavy out, unfortunately, it is posing a main concern. As you can see, traffic's barely moving. It's not too severe out. There's no reason really for these hold-ups, except once we get over the mini roundabout, we will have quite a notorious hill. And my belief would be there could be perhaps a broken down vehicle that wasn't prepared for winter travelling through that. Maybe a little bit of a fender bender. Because the main thing to remember is to do everything that little bit earlier. Okay? So as long as you brake nice and early, remember to use your brake lights as much as possible just to keep that vehicle behind you. That also would be getting impatient driving in through this, trying to get to their destination. Just keep them that little bit further back from you so they can anticipate that you're going to come to a stop. So we are slowly crawling forward to the mini roundabout. The main tip really is to try to stay in as low a gear as possible and keep those revs nice and high. You're going to need it really to just plough through the snow that has fallen, even though quite luckily it doesn't appear to be freezing, but we have to be prepared and a little bit wary of using that clutch just in case there could be black ice out. The one place we do not want to get stuck is on this mini roundabout. Remember, even in heavy traffic, priority will still lay with the right. There will be some people that will bully their way out onto a roundabout and block it, but you've got to remember you're not going to move any faster. You can only drive as fast as the vehicle in front, and judging by all these brake lights, we're not going to be travelling very fast or far at all at this rate. The main thing we need to get to really is take one thing at a time. So the first thing that I'm going to be aware of is negotiating this mini roundabout so that I'm not blocking the junction. Just remember, even though you might be in a little bit of a rush and weather conditions are not brilliant, and that is definitely affecting traffic here, don't let your quality of driving completely change for that. You want to be driving at a higher quality, not at a lower. You certainly do not want to bully your way out. Don't do anything drastic that people will not be prepared for. So you want to show all your intentions nice and early. The main thing is just to get through it nice and safely. So you don't want to stop too close to the vehicle in front, not if you can avoid it. And you want to make sure you're definitely staying on those brake lights. Even at the moment I have stopped, I've used my handbrake to secure the vehicle. I'm making sure just to stay on my foot brake. This will show the vehicle behind myself that I am in fact stationary. And it shouldn't cause him to think that I'm moving off perhaps when I'm not quite ready to. That free foot really isn't worth it. You're not going to get anywhere quicker. The main concern really is now I've negotiated the mini roundabout is getting up and over this hill. For those who don't know where we are currently on Whalebone Lane North, heading towards Hainault from Marks Gates. This is part of the Good Maze test route, or one of their test routes should I say. Although you have to be prepared in conditions like this, chances are your test would be cancelled. So it shouldn't ever be as difficult as this on test, but just be aware as well. In your general driving after you've passed your practical test, the main thing is don't rush. Believe it or not, it is 40 mph zone on this road at this section. Although be prepared, it would be extremely unlikely that we're going to be able to progress to 40 miles an hour, and the hill will come up just shortly after the double bend.